Did you have a amateur boxing career? I came across something, but it wasn't quite clear. Did you
Yeah,
have?
I boxed in the Park District system in Chicago. There was, there was the Park District had a lot of programs, and one of them, in fact, fight we just did with Kenneth Sims, who won in a brilliant fight with Batir Akhmedov, one of the best fights this year, I think. Kenneth Sims' dad trains fighters in the Park District system, and he grew up in the Park District system. And I did went there, and so I had boxing within their system. They had fights and competitions, and that was where I boxed.
You did you ever go to the Golden Gloves?
No, I did. It's interesting. Sometimes what the Park District fighters seemed separate from the Golden Gloves, and so I never did. And then by the time I was thinking about it, it was really the time when I was stepping out of boxing. I was in college, and I uh, I was really at the point where there were so many other things in my life that were seemed pressing that the boxing I just couldn't sustain it.
Oh, did you fight or spar anybody that we would know? Like anybody significant?
Not like famous, but there were one of I think I boxed against. There was uh, the uh, the brothers in Chicago that were so well known for being officials, the O'Shea brothers.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember them. One of them I fought. They were because then they were amateur boxers, and but not really anybody. I've thought about it. Not really anybody super famous that they went on to be a great pro.
Okay. All right. All right. So
I wish
how
I
did
had
you?
one of those good stories for you, right? I could either tell you I got knocked out by one of them or that I did something good, but like,
Yeah, yeah. No way of checking, I guess. So
yeah.
how did you get into boxing? How did you get into boxing?
Well, the so I was and I played baseball in high school, and I played basketball. I was on the baseball and the basketball team. One very undistinguished season in the high school football team. It was not my sport. Um, and to be perfectly honest, I think the reason I got into boxing is because of my father dying so early. I somehow felt this need to um, do something that I don't know, felt like I was taking control of something in life that I was, and I don't even know if it's a misguided uh, kind of way to say I wanted to kind of I almost felt weak that he died so young. There was nothing I could do about it, of course, but I felt psychologically, to be honest, I think I felt like I needed to do a sport like that as opposed to basketball and baseball to see if I could prove that I could just compete in that. I mean, I didn't think that at the time, but in retrospect, going back at it, at the time, I can tell you that the other reason was I loved boxing, and I thought it was an amazing sport, and I wanted to participate in it.
So so what it sounds like, it was kind of like a way of you toughening yourself up a little bit. Is that like?
Yeah, something. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but I wanted to do it because for it felt like it added to my self-esteem somehow,
I got you.
if that makes any sense. And in the process, it was wonderful because there were I got to be around people that were great, uh, and it was I had a lot of good experiences from that.
Okay.